Hey there, Ellie. Okay, so let's get right to it. How often can and should you email or reach out to your modeling agency? So I went through your whole breakdown of the situation. You've reviewed their website. They don't have stuff updated for you. You don't know how to update your stuff with them. They're not getting back to you. You're sending out all these emails. And for me personally, I would always be very curious as to one, why are you represented by this agency? How did you find them? You know what I mean? Like, were they recommended to you? Did they come to you to be represented? What research did you do on this agency before you signed with them? Right. So, with the models that I coach hands on, when they're looking for agencies, not only do I have a cheat sheet of like, I think over 200 approved legit modeling agencies, itemized by what they specialize in, as well as their location. They go through that resource first. So we normally never really have this problem of them getting signed by an agency that's not responsive, that's not all for them. I go over the contracts with them as well. So it's just like, because the process I take the models I work with hands on is so like streamlined, and the same process that I took myself through to get like 12 agencies, I'm curious as to how you found this agency, because it's probably not you at all. I think from what you've described, it's 1,000% the agency. But again, I personally don't know how you found them. Were they on social media? Was this just something that you wanted to be agency represented, so you just applied to them, or you want to get more jobs, so you just found an agency, applied to it, and just wanted them to do their thing, right? Knowing how you got there, knowing how you found them will definitely explain why this is the engagement you're having with them, right? So if you can dig a little deeper and let me know how you came across them, I'm pretty sure I can help you to pinpoint why this is occurring. But outside of that, all that aside, when it comes to how often can and should you email, reach out to your modeling agency, if you're a legit model with them and they have represented you, sent you the contract, everything's been good, you can reach out to them. I do on like a monthly basis, right? Outside of the responding to the bookings and letting them know that I'm available and sending in the self tapes and all that stuff, I keep in communication, especially during busy season, once a month. I let them know my availability, and I have a script for all of this for the models that I work with hands on. So I have a monthly email that I send them to update them on my availability. I update them on the jobs that I've done and the work that I have, that I could put into our shared files. Like, I have a streamlined system that I've already documented and I walk my models through, right? So for you, rule of thumb, once a month during busy season or every quarter, just to keep things up to date. For a normal agency, updating them with your availability, updating them with the direction you're trying to take your modeling career, updating them with the new work that you have, whether for your portfolio or job that you've done, that's standard. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a thing where, of course, you would go in person, but in the age of the internet, emails are definitely the vibe. So to answer your question, every 3 months for sure, but during busy season, once a month, because for my busy season and the busy season I prepare my models for, you're normally, if you're not shooting, you're booked. If you're not booked, you're growing your network. If you're not growing your network, you're updating your social media. If you're not updating your social media, you're updating your portfolio. And if you're represented, you're trying to keep your agency in the loop. So emailing them once a month for busy season is a great rule of thumb. But if it's not your busy season, or you don't know when busy season is for you, every 3 months is totally fine. Now, what I do recommend is that once you've emailed them, if it's been, and it's not something urgent, right? You're just updating them. If it's been more than 2 weeks, circle back. Okay. And after those 2 weeks, if you still have heard nothing, circle back 1 week after that. After that second circle back, call them. They should have a phone number. If they're a legit agency and they're actually getting models work, they have a phone number. Okay. Call them. And if you're in a space where they are a local agency to you, right? Go there. They have an address. It's listed. Like, these are all the things that you can absolutely do. If they're not answering email, call them. If they're not answering their calls, arrive at the agency. Okay? Especially if you had to go there to be signed, you know where it is, you know what it is. They have to be there. They're an agency if they're legit, which is why in the beginning I was just like, hey, how did you find them? These are all things. Okay. So if you want and feel comfortable, you can definitely answer the questions that I asked earlier about How did you find them? Where did you find them? How was the onboarding process? If you want to walk me through that, please do, because I can definitely pinpoint whether or not this is a relationship that you should continue or you should ask to terminate your contract. All right, can't wait to hear from you.